Well, welcome to Coffee in Real Estate. I am joined by real estate agent extraordinaire, Maria Gonzalez.
Extraordinaire.
Extraordinaire. Welcome to the show.
Hi.
I'm glad you're here.
Thank you for inviting me.
Yes, it's fun because we haven't talked a ton too much.
No.
And so, but you are our top producing agent in all of 6th Avenue Homes.
Oh.
I don't know if you knew that or not.
Brian kind of mentioned it, but
so out of like 60 agents, you're like
nice.
killing
Look, thank you.
So I'm excited to have you join me. Let us in on some of your secrets, but also to like get to know the story. So I would love to start out just like how did you get into real estate?
So not to get too personal.
Let's get personal. That's what we're here for.
So I've been probably in the financial business since I was 21.
Okay.
So I started with the big bank in collections.
Okay.
And
calling and saying,
yes. And that, that in itself was a little bit challenging for me, because how do I tell someone to pay? They don't have the money. And then I had some really good mentors, supervisors that really helped me with verbiage on what to use and to tell me, coach me, don't take it personal.
Yeah.
So, because I do remember I did cry on the floor on my first,
Sure.
He was irate.
Mm-hmm.
So, and then after that, after several coaching sessions with my supervisor, I was like, okay, yeah, I can do this. And so from there, I wanted to be a lead. And then I just didn't want to be on the phone all the time. So I wanted to be a lead. Then I became a unit manager. Then I was offered a position at retail banking. No, on a smaller scale at a credit union call center. So I've always had the financial side of it.
Yeah, and you go to school for finance stuff then?
So I did not finish. My degree was going to be in business management.
Okay.
So I wanted to manage, but I didn't finish.
Okay. Our fellow college dropout.
Oh.
I also
okay.
Oh yeah, I also didn't finish, so I am. We're both in that camp,
okay.
And we've done just fine.
Yes, I know, but it's hard to, tell my kids. No, actually, you know what? I take that back, because they've done well. I have one in college that he is going into his junior year. My oldest, she's had some college, but she's also done well, and so now I have a senior next year.
Oh my gosh. Already ever been to go into real estate?
I don't want to say.
You don't want to say?
No, I don't.
Fingers crossed.
Yeah.
That's what I want my kids to. I'm like, forget college, save a bunch of money, because if you start real estate young, and you get a head up above everybody.
I know. But I have actually, it's one of those things that I do want her to, and she also does, but she also wants to take some business classes.
Yeah, for sure.
So she's actually been with me, take your kid to work day. I've taken her to work several times and she enjoys it, actually. So she's expressed that that's something that she could possibly do.
Okay. Okay, so I interrupted your storytelling. You were in the banking world for a while.
Yes, almost. I literally probably can say that I grew up in the banking world.
Okay. So learn finance,
customer service, yes. Which, I don't know if I should say this, but, I think that almost every real estate agent needs to go through how to talk to people.
100%.
Because I know I've come across some agents that are just over the phone. You can tell they're already not happy because I called.
Yeah. So. High strung, not happy.
Yes.
But it's a people business. I mean, it's like, it is, granted, you're doing this giant, expensive transaction, but there's so many emotions. And I feel like so much of what you do is communicating. And when you have someone over here wants something, someone here wants the same thing, but they can't meet in the middle, it's like, you gotta learn how to talk to them. So it is. So you learned finance, you learned the money side, you learned people skills and customer service. So when did you make the leap and switch? Because that's a pretty dramatic switch?
So in 2016, I knew that I just didn't want to do it anymore. I wasn't enthusiastic of going into work. Like I literally wasn't excited.
Yeah.
And so, God works in mysterious ways. And I told my husband I did not want to do it anymore. And so he supported me. He says, well, what do you want to do? And I told him, well, we just had a realtor and he made it seem like it was so easy, but it's not. Yeah. So I enrolled in community college, I took one course there, and then I made a friend there, and she told me about, School of Champions or Champions, and I enrolled in there, and like in 5 weeks, I finished my courses, took the test, and thank God I passed.
Yeah. So 2016 is when you jumped into it. And you're a young mom were you a mom at this point?
Yes. So at that point, my oldest had just graduated, maybe a year. And then my son was probably 10. So he started the new elementary. And then the baby started, I believe, first or kinder.
Okay. So got some young kids still. You're leaving stability to go into the wild world.
Yes.
And were you good? Like,
you know what? Stability is a very good word to use because I wasn't feeling stable because I have always earned a check, either every week or every other week. It was a constant. I already knew that I was going to get paid. I didn't get paid on this one unless I sold something. Yeah. So it was a good.
Did you like that, or was it?
No, I went into literally a funk, like a depression. And I won't say a depression. I didn't know. And that's when I really got into my faith.
Yeah.
And that's what kept me going. And also my husband, indirectly, in his own way, pushing me to don't stop, do the things that you have to do. And one of the things that I know I do well, not to brag.
This is brag. You're here to brag. We want you to brag.
I like to build relationships because you never know what you may need or they'll remember you for something. And that's exactly what happened. Around the office, I would ask everybody, is there an open house? Do you have any houses? And I actually, because I used to listen to a podcast, I think it was Laura and I don't know the other name, but they're based in Austin. And they always used to say, put yourself out there, talk to other agents, look at the houses that they have in the market, strategically ask for the houses that are probably in high traffic. So reaching out to some of those agents, one of those agents sent me a referral, told me, I don't want to make the drive. You're already in that area. Pay me a referral fee and they're yours.
So that was your first deal?
That was my first deal.
Okay.
And the ladies that I surrounded myself with at the office, they just told me, keep up the momentum. And then they were also telling me what it is that I need to do in order to get more. And so open houses, making phone calls, still talking to other agents. And I kid you not, I kept the momentum and haven't stopped since then.
And but that first year, like how many deals do you think you did? That
first year, because I started in the middle of summer, probably, it was springtime. It was springtime. So 12, I ended up that first year.
That's a lot. You're acting like that's a whole lot.
That was 12. Well, yeah, that's true. It is. And then ever since then, my goal has been to improve the prior year. And thank God I have.
Yeah. How many houses have you sold?
So
you now?
I have helped probably in the buy and sell altogether about 200.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
That's so awesome.
I know. I did not realize it until, you asked those questions.
Yeah.
So yeah. Yep.
And last year, do you know how many million in volume?
No, because I don't, Brian always asks me, do you know how much you in volume? Yeah. Like, no, I don't look at that. I personally I have a goal of families. How many people did I help?
Okay.
And so last year was 28.
Okay.
28 families.
That's amazing.
And then ask me how many did I help in COVID?
How many did you help?
44.
No way. That 1 year?
That 1 year.
So you were just going on.
Yes. Literally, like there were memes in the shower and you were either responding to the phone or texting. It was crazy.
It was just you
It was
on your
nuts.
phone.
Yes.
So what do you, so it's like, sounds like stability is really important to you. At what point did you like, I now feel stable? Like I got this. This is
I don't got this. I still have a lot of dreams, a lot of things that I had thought of as a teenager, what I wanted to do, me as an adult. And then, once I have my family, the things that I want to do with my family and the things that I want to do with my parents. And so I have already checked off some of those things and I still have a list.
Can you unpack some, like, what do you mean? What's on the list?
It was, one of them was taking my parents on a trip with us on vacation. And we got to do that. Sometimes also, not sometimes, but also, pay some of the trips that they want to take. And I've been blessed that I have been able to do that as well. Yeah. Take my 4 kids, my 5 kids, or not 5 kids, the 5, oh my gosh, no. The 5 of us or the 4 of us on a vacation. And then also my husband and I take a nice vacation.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
And still
travel is important too.
Very, yes.
And where are you from originally?
I'm from Dallas, Texas.
You're from Dallas, Texas.
First generation from Mexican parents.
Okay.
Yes.
So you're native Spanish speaker.
Yes. The first language was Spanish.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And when did you learn English?
So, thank God that mom and dad, I'm going to kind of get emotional. They both worked 2 jobs and we would sometimes see mom during the day or vice versa. And they put us through private school. And the private school, they had no English as a second language. Mm-hmm. They used to take us out of class maybe a couple of hours to teach us phonetics or phonics. It was phonics. Mm-hmm. And that's how dad always had this rule. At home, Spanish. Outside the door, you can speak whatever you want.
Yeah.
So, unfortunately, I didn't keep the same rule with my family because my kids don't speak a lot of Spanish. They understand it, and they only understand it if you speak it slowly.
Yeah, you speak it slowly. I'm curious. You talked about your faith a couple times, and how jumping into real estate and the lack of stability really strengthened your faith. Can you unpack that for me? Can you talk about that a little bit, like what that means?
So I've always been, because of private school, the nuns really, told us or taught us, he's always there with you. He walks with you all the time. And there was a period where I kind of forgot that he was there. But when I went into real estate and I wasn't I felt my work is my pride. My work is how I feel that I am contributing something. Mm-hmm. And he reminded me that it's not just about work. It's also about you, myself, mm-hmm. being at peace at what I'm doing, and also being at peace that I put you here. I'm not going to let you go. I opened that door. I know that you probably didn't like it the way I opened it, but you're here now, and I'm not going to let you drown. I'm not going to leave you alone. I'm going to carry you through it, or right beside you.
Yeah.
And so I started, and I do listen to a lot of Christian radio stations, and those were the reminders that sometimes even at church, I felt like the priest was talking to me exactly what I was going through that week.
Yeah. And sometimes you kind of need that safety net removed.
Yep.
To one, see what you're made of. And then 2, it's like God uses that so much. Like the my biggest lessons in life have all been
Yes.
when I'm drowning or in struggle,
Yep.
he uses, and that's when your faith becomes real. But anyway, I appreciate you sharing and talking about that. Can you talk a little bit about, again, going from young mom, jumping into this, not really knowing a ton what you were doing, to now being like the most successful agent on our team, having a lot of people trust you with buying. Like, can you unpack just like, I want you to brag on yourself a little bit, and also maybe like give some insights to younger agents. Like what do you think some of the keys to your success have been? Whether it's things you have done or just the way your brain is wired and you're good at, like.
So I think that I am good at talking to people. I'm not pushy. I do educate them. I do let them know what the market is now, and what it means for them. I don't, and I always end it with, I'm not the one who's going to lose sleep over it if you decide to buy today. It's you. So it's your comfort level. I'm just here to tell you how the market is, and it's up to you if you want to jump on it. But a lot of the times I do tell them, last year you wanted to wait, and now we're at a higher price point. So it's where you're going to be playing catch up. And I do, like on some of my clients that have been waiting for a while, I do keep them updated on the market, and I text them every once in a while and tell them how it is and, how's it going? Still at the same job. And how's the family? I also, I don't like burning bridges with even other agents that I've had deals with, because I never know when I'm going to actually maybe see them at a coffee shop or do another deal with them.
Yeah.
Or even sometimes when I've actually driven all the way to East Texas, some of those agents have called me and sent me some of their people because they don't want to make the drive over here too.
So opportunities to build relationships.
Yes.
I love that. Can you think it, like, it's not always easy. Sometimes it's easy. Rarely it's easy. But do you remember like some of your hardest deals you've ever done or craziest things that you've experienced in this? You're going on almost, I guess, 9 years right now.
9.5.
Yeah. Almost 10 years. What's some of like the craziest or hardest things you've dealt with?
So I think that crazy, COVID brought a lot of crazy.
Yeah.
I think that was the craziest time because one, agents were not answering the phones. I mean, I know that they were overwhelmed with all the phone calls that they were getting. Because a deal will go up on Friday. Literally, they already had like 20 contracts by afternoon. And so probably the craziest one that comes to mind is when during COVID, I did have an agent tell me, "Oh, my seller did accept your offer, but it wasn't signed." And so he called me back and told me, "Oh, he accepted another offer." I was like, "No, you already told my person."
So they're all excited.
Yes, she was real excited. And then I had to give her the bad news.
Oh, no.
And we were already at, oh my gosh, I want to say my average of number of contracts submitting per clients were 16.
You were submitting 16
Yes.
offers a client?
Yes.
Just because you couldn't get stuff?
Yes.
Wow.
Yep. And we had to get creative. And creative just by a lot of letters were written, a lot of texts too. And it was great when an agent actually picked up the phone because you were able to build that rapport.
Yeah.
And they kept me informed, no, we already have so many other ones that are over. So
yeah. Do you have a deal that like is you're most proud of? That was like either a really big one or a really hard one or really excited, like.
It's proud of. Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. What comes to mind?
Actually a recent one because the house was priced right and the offers that came in were way above what we expected. And so that only confirmed that, we were right on price because this is where we were going to get.
Yeah, very affirming.
Yes.
That's awesome. Why do you love what you do?
Because I think that we do still all have that American dream of owning our own house. And I think that also I have I like when my clients and I are in sync, meaning we both know what it is that they like. And I can say, I already know that this is a house that they're going to choose. And they, like you said, they affirm when to say, yes, this is it.
Yeah.
This is the house. So and even on my out of state ones, I know the house that I'm walking, that's the one that they're going to choose.
Oh, you know?
Yes.
Yeah, do you feel like you have a sixth sense for how?
Yes. And I have not yet. I haven't, what's the word? I haven't had a wrong one.
Oh, are you serious?
Yeah.
You could always tell?
Yes.
So
I tell my people, because when I first meet them and we do a couple of houses, I kind of can tell, okay, this is just by their face or the way they walk around the house or the comments that they make. Okay, this is not it. So I remember the features of the house that they did not like. And then we go to another one. Okay, so now I know what it is that she's liking, because most of the times our women are the ones that make the choice.
Driving that.
And so I just don't pick the houses that they pick. I also look and see what it is that I think that they would like. And so I add some of the houses that I pick for them. And I've been on it.
Okay. The house whisperer. You can tell.
I guess so. Yeah.
I love it. What's something unexpected that you've learned along the way? Any like big learning lessons?
Big learning lessons. Yes. One, don't just do verbals. Everything has to be in writing.
Everything has to be in writing.
Yes, everything has to be in writing. Two, that if sometimes clients, when they don't call you back, it's okay. There's a reason why they're not. Yeah, don't take it personal.
Yeah.
So I don't have to tell them I no longer want to work with you.
Yeah.
So, yeah, those are.
If you could go back and give young Maria 20 years ago advice, what would it be?
That this also will pass. We're not stuck in that time.
Mm-hmm.
We will get over it. We will. We'll overcome it.
Mm-hmm. I love that. That's good. Well, this is great. I'm gonna take us to some rapid questions.
Okay.
Actually, real quick, I have to comment. Like, one of the things I love about you is your style. You have great style. You always have, your hair is almost so fun. So fun thing about Maria is I can't tell you how many, like, her hair is a different flavor of the ball.
Probably, yes. And I have a reason why.
You do?
I
wanted to ask you about your style, because you kind of got this funky streak. And it's purple right now.
Yes, it is purple. So same thing, coming from a private school.
Yeah.
I don't have any tattoos.
Okay.
But I love piercings.
Yeah.
And so also coming from a bank, they never let you had to be very conservative.
Yeah.
Very conservative. And so when I went into real estate, I was like, I can do whatever. I can dress however I want. Yeah. And I can do my hair whatever color I want. Because it was not allowed. Okay. I don't know nowadays, but yes.
Yeah. Yes. Would your parents say?
Oh, and that too. My mom and my dad were very, very conservative. Of course, being Mexican. No, I did not get to color my hair. I probably didn't color my hair until 25, maybe 28.
Yeah.
A long time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love it. This is my first time I've talked about hair online. But I can appreciate it. Okay, let's go to some fun, rapid questions real quick. What is your favorite coffee spot? in Fort Worth?
So there's this place off of a title company invited me to meet them there off of what is it? University and 28 Blue Cafe.
Oh yeah.
called.
They
They have
Azul, maybe.
yes, Café Azul. Yes. Oh, Blue Azul. Yes, that's right. Café de olla is my favorite coffee.
Okay.
But not a lot of places serve Café de olla, which is Mexican coffee.
Okay.
So there's just something about
There's
that.
cinnamon in it?
Yes, cinnamon
Okay.
and brown sugar. It's called piloncillo. It's not brown sugar, it's piloncillo. And then I want to say it's instant coffee that they do it with.
Okay.
Oh, it's delicious.
Yeah.
And then whenever they make it from the actual pot, or we call them jarrón, de barro, it's the clay, the red clay made of the vase, the Mexican plates with made out of clay, the red clay.
Yeah. So the cups in the.
Yes, and there's a different flavor.
I need to get.
Yes, it's so good. But that you probably only will get it just like that. I'm assuming in Mexico, because I haven't found a place where actually they do that.
There's another place. I think it's called Cafecito. It's new.
Ooh, where's
Magnolia. And it's real cute. Like everything's peak and tide. It's like this.
Really? Pink is a very favorite color.
But I ordered just like the house coffee, and it was like had cinnamon and stuff. And I think it came in a cool little clay.
Yes.
Pot. Yeah, I'll look it up and send it to you.
Oh yes, please do.
I'll send it to you.
Yes.
Yeah, it's just up the street. Okay, favorite meal in Fort Worth?
Tacos de birria from Cortez. They're off of 287.
Okay. And we do tacos de
birria.
Oh, but that's like this. That's like almost like a stew.
Yes, and you are able to dip the taco in there. Yes.
Okay, you're gonna have to share that with me.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to go there. Okay, so you mentioned travel a few times. Favorite place to travel? Sounds like travel is a big deal.
Yes. So we recently went to Spain, France, and Italy, which we spent 26 days.
Oh no! When did you do that?
In October.
Oh, how fun!
Yes. It was when we married, and my husband and I married. We said that for our 20th, we're going to do a European vacation.
Was this with kids or no kids?
No kids.
Okay.
No. It's one of my dreams is to go take the kids. Actually, it was surreal because I mean. I only said that someday, hopefully I get to go to Europe, and we did. I did it with my husband.
And which places do you like the best?
I like Barcelona a lot.
Okay.
And
I've never been to Spain.
Oh my God.
I want to go.
Yes. The food, the people. I also enjoyed Italy, and I did like Naples, and I liked Florence a lot. It was crowded in Naples, but it was, it kind of, a lot of those places, probably I liked them because it reminds me of Mexico.
Yeah. So I went to Italy last summer, and the thing I loved about it is it just feels slower. Like the pace of life is slower.
It is.
And when you have a meal, it's slower, and like no one's in a rush.
Mm-mm.
And I'm so used to like reservations at 5:30. Who are we gonna get there?
And yeah, exactly. Yeah.
And you show up, and they're like, don't care. Like you can get there whenever you want, and then the table's yours.
And finish whenever you want. They don't come and check and see. You have to call them. Yeah.
I love that. I love that. So Europe, but Spain was your highlight?
Spain. I liked Spain, and I liked Italy. I wasn't. I have to go back to France. We didn't make it up to Paris. We just did the French coast. But I guess it's also probably the language barrier that I was able to talk to Italians because I could understand Spanish. And Barcelona, of course, everybody speaks Spanish. So that was probably the reason why they were two of my favorite, because I was able to talk more.
Yeah, I like it. Okay, outside of real estate, what do you do? Do you have any hobbies? Like, what do you do for fun?
I like having my family over. It doesn't always happen because everybody has their own lives. But I also enjoy cooking for them. I do like cooking.
Okay.
I do.
And what's your go-to?
So like, let's see, what is it that pozole. I do like pozole. It's either the green one or the red one.
Okay. I love pozole. My grandma made pozole.
You like pozole?
Yeah.
The green or the red?
Red.
Red.
Yeah.
Pork.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. my daughter's favorite is pork, but the green one is also really good. Tomatillo one. And probably green enchiladas.
Okay.
Those are good.
Fun.
Yeah.
So cooking and the family over.
Yes.
Are you a early bird or a night owl?
Pigeon. Not either.
Neither one.
So I cannot do, for the life of me, I tried to do afternoon, yes. So I for a period there, I read the 5 a.m. Oh my goodness, it was a book that I read. So I did it for a while.
The Miracle Morning.
Yes, the Miracle Morning.
Yeah.
But then COVID messed me up. And I could not for the life of me go back to 5 a.m. or 6 a.m. 7 o'clock is the start.
I feel like a lot of real estate agents I talk to are like night people.
Yeah. And if I have to finish work, I finish it at night.
At night.
Yeah.
At night.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And then favorite book? You have like a favorite book?
So I have a favorite author,
Okay.
Ellen Hildebrand.
Okay.
So she's like it's a novel. Her covers are all feet. They're always just feet.
Okay.
And her stories are like based in a beach house or...
This is fiction.
It's fiction, yes. But I've read like 5 of her novels. And I think she just recently did another one. But
cool. You have a list of things to send me. So
I will do it, yes. Well, and her is because it's based on married women with families, with kids and husbands. So and then getting away sometimes from reality.
Yeah, I love it. Okay, so final question. I forgot to ask you this earlier. Why 6th Avenue Homes? How'd you end up here? Like,
I really feel that 6th Avenue is a mom and pop business. And I feel like I'm part of it, that I am part of that family. Mm-hmm. It doesn't feel like I'm going into a corporate office. That's the reason why I got away from corporate.
In the bank world.
Yes. And so coming here, I really feel, that it's a family business. And I chose this family.
Yeah, I love it. Well, we're glad you're here. Maria, thanks for sharing some of your stories.
Yes, you made me cry.